Battle for Rivers. PDP governors deploy 7 SANs for Fubara'S as AGF takes action to maintain Tinubu's order. PDP governors have hired 11 top lawyers, including 7 SANs, to challenge President Tinubu's suspension of Governor Fubara'S and the declaration of emergency rule in Rivers State. The AGF Lateef Fagbemi SAN has begun preparing the federal government's legal defense, while a separate suit by ex-lawmaker Fubara'S is set for hearing on May 12. Senator Seriake Dixon and ex-militant leader Tompolo have called for peace, urging reconciliation between Fubara'S and Wike amidst rising regional tensions if they are going to reconcile. Hope it is not that Wike will still want Fubara'S to do what he wants Fubara'S to allow him to do, and that one is obviously not going to agree. So are you sure that they are going to be able to reconcile? Because if they wanted to reconcile, they would have reconciled since. They would have reconciled since. So obviously, Wike doesn't want to agree. Fubara'S self no want agree. So is it now that they want to now agree with each other? The political tension in Rivers State has intensified as the Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, the Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi SAN, begins drafting the federal government response to the lawsuit filed by 11 governors of the People's Democratic Party, PDP. The suit challenged President Bola Tinubu's declaration of a state of emergency and the suspension of Governor Siminalayi Fubara'S. President Tinubu had on March 18, 2025 suspended Fubara'S, his deputy Ngozi, and all elected lawmakers of the Rivers State House of Assembly for 6 months. He subsequently appointed retired Vice Admiral Ibok Ete-Ibas as the state sole administrator, a move endorsed by both chambers of the National Assembly. In response, the 11 PDP governors from Adamawa, Enugu, Osun, Oyo, Bauchi, Akwa Ibom, Plateau, Delta, Taraba, Zamfara, and Bayelsa states filed a suit before the Supreme Court challenging the institutional validity of the president's action. The governors have retained 7 senior advocates of Nigeria, SAN. Hopefully they will not go and meet them behind and pay them to sabotage the matter. And 6 other legal practitioners, including Bolaji Ayanride, Eyitayo Jegede, Kamaldeen Ajibade, J.A. Momini, Musibau Adetunbi, Samuel Atung, and Yunus Abdulsalam. Other members of the team are M.S. Atalabe, Ezenwa Ibiedunam, Chiamaka Anagu, Olakunle Lawal, Abdul Musa, and H.A. Adeleke. In their originating summons marked SC/CV/329/2025, the governors asked the Supreme Court to determine whether the President has constitutional powers to suspend elected state officials and appoint a sole administrator, the Punch reported. He cannot, but let's see how this matter will go. Hopefully they will not scatter it at the end of the day. Sources within the AGF's office confirmed that legal team are working on a robust response. We are treating the matter with utmost urgency, and the President's position will be clearly defended before the court, said a senior legal aide who asked not to be named. Meanwhile, former House of Representatives member Fubara'S has approached the Federal High Court in Port Harcourt, seeking to void the President's emergency proclamation. Vanguard reported this was the one that they postponed this case to, I think, June or so. The court presided over Justice Adamu Tariq Mohammed granted an order for substituted service and fixed May 12, 2025 for the substantive hearing. Dagogo's legal team, led by C.I. Eweluzo SAN, argued that attempts to serve the defendants personally proved difficult. They even said they said DHL, yes. The court has directed that all processes be served via DHL to their last known addresses, including the President, Senate President, Speaker of the House, and the sole administrator. In a show of support, Senator Seriake Dixon, former Bayelsa State Governor, visited Governor Fubara'S and commended his calmness amidst the crisis. Well, because he knows that this battle is a bit difficult for him to win, so he's just maintaining his cool, maintaining his calm. This is not just a Rivers issue, it affects the stability of the Niger Delta, Dixon stated on Facebook. Also weighing in, former militant leader and chairman of Tantita Security Services, Governor Ekpemokpolo, why are you calling me Government Ekpemokpolo? Alias Tompolo assured his followers that Fubara'S will return to his seat. Speaking at his 54th birthday celebration, Tompolo said, "I cannot betray the Ijaw nation. Talks are ongoing and Fubara will return as governor. He urged continued support for President Tinubu while calling on both Fubara and Wike to reconcile. Wike must bring his temper down. We will dialogue and resolve this. This is not the time for rebellion, but for peace, he added. Okay, we've heard you. We've heard you. It's not time for peace. Mumin says, yeah, the PDP governors have the right to exercise constitutional requirements to go to court for dispute settlements. In this case, it is going to be a mere academic exercise with 7 sons and 6 others. They have the money, strength, and politics to play upon. So why not, Abi? My sincere advice to Governor Fubara, align yourself with National Assembly oversight and agree to mediation committee if any is formed. Holding on tightly to Rivers State, you should agree to mediation. If he agrees to mediation, that means he's going to do Wike's bidding, which he clearly does not want to do. So how are we going to salvage that situation? Now, wow. It's people's interest while agreeing with Wike's side and the mediators for peace to win, especially in your first term. Your second term then can be toughened then. I beg you, it's not going to work like that, or the way you are saying it. It's not going to work like that. Jide of 4 says, just after River State money, exactly, it's just after River State money. And because of that, you decide to scatter everything. It is well. Adema Abraham says, judiciary has already been bribed over this matter long ago. That's why Fubara is not wasting his time, because he knows it's a waste of time. But let's not be that these people did not even try at all to help salvage the situation. I think that's what they are just doing. And let's not be as if we did not try to fight for Fubara. I think that's just what they are doing. Siri Udoekong says, one thing I know is that in the nearest future, our current leaders will weep and wish they did the right thing in their time. In Nigeria, we learn fast. In the future, leaders will use the current happenings as their reference, and it will affect the current leaders. Go and ask Babangida now, so no be small. Says, well, Nchoko says, sorry, having all the best sounds in the matter may not help because the judicial is a death institution. That's just it. You can't trust these people. You can't trust them. Says, well, Currency says, the problem we have in this country is the judiciary. Exactly. This is the reason the executive are using the brain of the Nigerian judiciary, because they are corrupt. What is the work of the Attorney General of the Federation? Why is it that once the government picked a lawyer to be the Attorney General, you automatically charged from a lawyer to a political lawyer? That is it though. The Attorney General of the Federation is supposed to be banned or suspended from the Nigerian Bar Association. Well, he cannot though. He's working directly with the president, so I don't think they can sack him. It is well. And listeners, over to you. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.